The Syrian president is a veteran at playing for time. And once again, activists say he is living up to that reputation. President Bashar al-Assad has allowed in an advance team from the Arab League to observe violence in the country, but the activists say what is really going on is already being covered up. For example, thousands of prisoners said to have been moved into military facilities off limits to the monitors. Earlier, I spoke to our correspondent in Beirut, Adam Pless.
It's been yet another day of violence yesterday across the country, with local coordination committees reporting 41 deaths, most of these in Homs. Now, of course, with such reports of violence on the very day that the advanced monitoring group has arrived, it's only fueling speculation that there's no genuine intent to implement the Arab League agreement. And although the advanced party has arrived, there are only 12 members or so comprising admin staff. So for the moment, there won't actually be observers on the ground until Sunday, and then, even then, only in small numbers. Now, the move certainly doesn't seem to have won the overwhelming support of demonstrators and opposition groups, reflected in the fact that the slogan that has been chosen for the post-prayer Friday rallies today is "Protocol of Death, a License to Kill."
And Adam, also a shocking report on the number of deaths in Syria has been released.
That's right. This is a report released yesterday by NGO Others, which says that they now believe that some 6,200 people have been killed since the uprising began, and some 69,000 have been detained. The report also documents some 617 cases of killing under torture. Now, among these 6,200 deaths were over 900 Syrian security force members. And actually, the Syrian government is claiming that some 2,000 Syrian soldiers have died since the uprising began. So whichever number is accurate, it gives you some kind of idea of the scale of open armed conflict which must now be taking place in some parts of Syria.
Adam Platz there in Beirut talking to me earlier. A few other stories now from around the world. These are intolerable actions mocking and insulting our dignity. The official website of North Korea, after the South said it will allow only 2 delegations from the country to attend the funeral of Kim Jong-il in the North next Wednesday. The North has guaranteed the safety of anyone who wants to come, but the South says it will stick to its plan. Prosecutors here in France say they've opened a probe into a Nazi-themed party which was attended by the British Conservative MP Aidan Burley. A file has been opened into the night out by a group of British men in the French Alps. The event has already led to Mr Burley being sacked from his post as a parliamentary aide after pictures appeared in the British press. And around 120 firefighters have battled a huge fire in an apartment building in San Francisco. The top floor of the building, as you can see, they're absolutely engulfed in flames. Although firefighters succeeded in managing to stop it spreading down the block, only 2 people less slightly injured. Provocateurs and extremists are seeking to stir unrest in our country. The Russian President Dmitry Medvedev, as he unveiled new political reforms in response to an outburst of protests after what many call rigged elections. It was his last address before his expected handover of the Kremlin back to Vladimir Putin.
Trying to appease angry protesters in his final State of the Nation address, Russian President Medvedev unveiled a set of changes that would have been unimaginable just a few weeks ago.
I want to say that I hear those that say there needs to be change, and I understand them. We need to give every citizen the legal right to take part in politics.
The plans outlined would see the Kremlin ease its grip on power. The reforms include measures to fight corruption among public officials, re-establish direct elections for regional governors, and relax the rules for registering a political party. But the opposition has dismissed the proposals as empty promises.
We know what Medvedev's promises are worth. Medvedev has been talking about democratization, liberalization and innovations forever. We don't believe him, and we think there should be specific deadlines for passing all those laws he mentioned.
The president's speech comes after over 80,000 people demonstrated in Moscow over alleged election abuses. Another protest is planned for this Saturday. Some groups predict up to 200,000 people will turn out for it.
Now, a nationwide minute's silence followed by 3 minutes of non-stop ringing from church bells right across the country and the firing of 21 ceremonial salvos from a hill opposite Prague Castle. It is a nation's tribute to the man who led the Velvet Revolution, former President Václav Havel. World leaders, including French President Nicolas Sarkozy, the British Prime Minister David Cameron and the US Secretary of State Hillary Clinton will be there for the official state funeral. We will, of course, bring you images of that during the day here on France 24. So other images just into us at France 24. More delays at French airports today as a strike by security staff enters an 8th day. Police were called in yesterday for the first time to take the place of striking staff. It's thought all flights will take off today, although there will be delays. The French government says the strike making it very hard to check passengers' credentials and their luggage as well before flights can leave. Now, for me, Christmas, it's about cold, isn't it? But what about if it's 30 degrees in the shade? In the Ivorian city of Abidjan, they're definitely getting the festive spirit nonetheless. The country's commercial capital putting the recent deadly civil war behind it and ready to celebrate the holidays with Christmas lights. Let's have a look.
Abidjan glittering in the night sky. The Ivorian capital sparkles with year-end Christmas lights. A first for this country and for West Africa, a source of pride for the new government. After a traditional blessing ritual led by regional chiefs, it was the First Lady who lit the giant Christmas tree.
What better for our country after living through such dark days to finally shine brightly with the Lord's blessing?
The decorations were paid for entirely by an insurance group. For the authorities, it is a chance to show a welcoming face to investors and attract them back into the country. For the Ivorians gathered around to watch, it was a Christmas present with special significance.
Abidjan looks like a real city now the crisis is over. It's good to step towards reconciliation. There's no political bias. Abidjan and the whole country is proud.
We are so proud. We've never seen Paris, but today Ivory Coast shines brighter than Paris.
Abidjan will continue to shine for a month, and the Christmas tree will be protected by armed guards around the clock. The highlight of these celebrations has yet to come. Giant fireworks are planned for New Year's Eve.
Good to see things starting to return to normality there. Now, what for you is the true meaning of Christmas? Could be a faith, of course. Could be Santa. Could be a love of presents. Or perhaps like me, I don't know, it's chocolate. If so, this is the place for you. It's China's first theme park made entirely of chocolate, or at least that's how they bill it anyway. I think there may be a few structural supports made of something else. I just have a sneaky feeling. This Christmas Eve, the park in Shanghai is holding China's first chocolate feast. Apparently there's going to be chocolate spaghetti, chocolate soup, and it comes up in just a few seconds' time. I think that's the chocolate pasta. There it is, a chocolate turkey. Fantastic stuff. Round your Christmas dinner off a treat. Let's have a look at the headlines once again. Happy Christmas, Barack Obama. Republican rivals